What's up, Bladers? This is Casual beybladeorx, and today I'm finally showing you how I make my custom bit chips and how you can make them too. I've been asked almost 500 million times, where do I get those? How do you make them? And my answer is always the same. I did it myself. Today I'll walk you through every step covering VX, UX, and CX, and I'll keep this as simple and straightforward as humanly possible. Okay, I know this might be unfamiliar territory for some of you. No, this is not a Beyblade stadium. This is Photoshop. I didn't mean to deceive you. I just wanted you guys to be comfortable. I personally use Photoshop, but you can use any software you want. The process is basically the same across the program. First things first, we need a base template. There's plenty available online, or you can make one yourself if you feel brave. For the image size, I use these settings right here. I split the bit chip into 3 parts: the logo, the border, and the background. This lets me change the colors independently whenever I want. I hit Ctrl U, bring up the hue and saturation, and play around with the sliders until I get a color combo I like. To do this, I select each part using the magic wand tool and cut them onto a separate layer. This will give us the 3 separate parts. If you don't care about the color swapping, you can honestly skip this part and keep the template as is. Now we can actually start creating our own bit chip. Before we go further, we need to break down the 3 beybladex lines and their biggest hurdles, the prongs. BX is the most convenient. All the prongs are the same size and orientation. One size fits all. UX is the hardest. Each blade has a unique prong design. You'll have to do this process individually for each UX bay you want. CX is the easiest. No prongs at all, just print it a size and you're good. Speaking of size, these are the exact dimensions you need for a perfect fit. BX and CX have the same diameter, 0.63 by 0.63 inches. UX slightly larger, 0.67 by 0.67 inches. The difference is small, but if you want a snug, accurate fit, use these dimensions exactly. Remember this. Tattoo it on your face if you have to. The process is the same across the lines, but I'll demonstrate using UX since it's the toughest. First, we need a front-facing reference image of the Beyblade. I'm using Golem Rock. Pro tip, beybladex marketing images are always front-facing, so you don't need to photograph them yourself. Paste the image into your file and lower the opacity to about 50%. Now line up the bit chip with the template. Hit the move tool and scale it up. If you hold Shift plus Alt while transforming, it scales from the center. Super helpful here. Create a new layer called Prongs. Using the polygonal lasso tool, trace over the prongs. Fill the selection with any color. It doesn't matter, just make it visible. Once done, hold Ctrl and click the prong layer thumbnail. Once everything's selected, go to Select, Modify, Expand, 5 pixels. Then fill again. This gives you some buffer in case your tracing was slightly off. Now, merge your bit chip template layers if they're separate. Control-click the prong layer thumbnail to load the selection. Switch to the template layer and press Delete. You should now have a clean prong cutout. You can stop here, but I like to take it a step further for clean printing. Create a new layer and call it Outline. Control and click the thumbnail template again to select everything. Go to Select, Modified, Contract, 10 pixels. Now press Ctrl-Shift-I to invert the selection. Grab a large round brush or the paint bucket tool and fill in the selection with black. Fill in any gaps manually. Now hover between the layers and hold Alt and right click to create a clipping mask. This will contain everything in the shape of the bit chip. And there, your Golem UX bit chip is ready. Again, for BX, you only need to do this process once since all the prongs are identical. For CX, no prongs, no stress. Now comes the fun part. Drag in an image you want, character, logo, objects, whatever you like. This is important. Use images with transparent backgrounds, usually PNG files. Bigger resolution means better results when downsizing and printing. Hover between the template layer and your image, hold Alt and right click. This will create a clipping mask, but make sure this image layer is below the outline layer. Position the image how you want, then just export the final design as a PNG. I don't own my own printers, so I use a printing company. If you print at home, all you need are the correct dimensions. If you're using a company, make sure they can handle small die cut stickers, because some can't. I personally use Jukebox here in Canada. I'm not sponsored by them, but I am sponsored by Mall of Toys. If you need bays to add these stickers to, Mall of Toys has you covered. Use my code CASUAL at checkout for 5% off. Select die cut stickers, choose custom shape, custom size. For the UX stickers, 0.67 by 0.67 inches. Remember that black outline? That's because custom shapes subtract from white. Without it, the cut can eat into your design. Glossy or matte, I usually go with glossy. Once everything looks clean, add to cart and send it off. Alright Bladers, it's been a week and the stickers are in. Jukebox always kills it with the packaging. And these look so damn good. Peel off the sticker from the back and look at that. It fits like a glove. There's just something about seeing your favorite character on your Beyblade that never gets old for me. It gives me extra RPMs, you know? Call it cheating. I didn't print a CX sticker, but the BX size fits perfectly. If you're gonna remember one thing from this video, remember the goddamn dimensions. Here's an image so you never forget. Listen, this process is tedious and time consuming. So as a gift to my subscribers and the community, I made finished UX templates minus echoes, a BX template, and a customizable PSD file, linked down below in the description for free. I'll update it with new UX bays or even new lines when they release. Spread the word, spread the video. I want everyone in the community creating and being creative. If there's a more efficient way to do this, let me know in the comments below. Until then, extreme dash that like button and hit the subscribe for more Beyblade videos. Until then, see ya!